From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
Welcome to Sunny Side Up, and the first thing you're asking is, why the hell is Chris Budihas behind the bar? That's because Tom's going to take a break, and I'm here with Tom McManus,
That's right.
and I'm also here with Major Harding, and we're talking about Jacksonville.
Yep.
So it's good to see you guys.
How you doing, Chris?
Good to see you,
You look
Tom.
good back there, man.
I feel great.
It's nice
I feel
to be
powerful.
here, too. Hey, Major.
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. Cheers to everybody.
No, cheers to you.
Man.
We were talking offline about Jacksonville, and it's
Yep.
interesting. Originally, homegrown, been here your whole life.
Yep,
I we moved here when I was 3. I left when I was 18, came back for a little interim working for General Electric, and I left again after 9/11. I came back 2 years ago. And Tom, you weren't born here, but you've been here for a while.
Been here the longest I've been anywhere else. You know, so I got here in '95. Actually, in 1994, December of '94, I drove up from New Smyrna Beach in my dad's Buick Roadmaster. That was a badass car. He had the POW plates and everything. It was badass.
Yeah.
So I came up to work out for the Jags at Bishop Kenny. Had never been to Jacksonville before, and I was driving up the highway, and I start seeing the buildings. I'm like, wow, I didn't know Jacksonville had this downtown and all this stuff. And I didn't discover the beach till like maybe 2 months in.
Wow.
When Pete Mitchell, my roommate, we were renting a place near Sandalwood High School. He came busting in. He's like, Mac, we're moving to the beach. I'm like, really? He's like, yes, come on, I'm going to show you. And we went and we ended up renting a place and never left the beach. Been out there since 1995,
wow.
man. Yep, yeah. Great. Just, it's amazing how the good Lord works, because I literally got a call. I was getting ready to start a job in Boston, a sales gig.
Okay.
I tried out twice for the Saints. I got cut. Washington for a mini camp. They didn't sign me. I'm like, it's over. It's okay. I moved back to Boston. Had a nice college career there. Had a good name there. So I got set up pretty decently. And then my linebacker coach from BC called out of clear blue. I was living in Lynn, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you doing? I said, well, how did you find me? He's like, I called the Alumni Association, and they told me where you're staying, and Coach Coughlin wanted me to call you and see if you're interested in just working out for us. No contract offer, no nothing, just come down. And I immediately said yes. Wow. I didn't even think twice about it. And I wasn't even in shape. I didn't know when the workout was going to be. I just said, yeah, I'll totally do it. He's like, are you in shape? I kind of lied. I was like, yeah, I'm lifting. I'm running a little, which I wasn't running at all. I was drinking more than anything and lifting. But he's like, well, you got 2 months to get in shape, and we'll see you down here in December. I was like, holy cow. Wow. And just think about that gut reaction. Yeah. By the way, I hooked up a former Boston College linebacker mate of mine who took the job that I left and worked for them for 10 years. So it was a good pass, paying it forward type thing. But
that's awesome.
Man.
That's huge, man. You bring up a great point. Like, you came and you stayed. Like, why? Why? I mean, you got free will, right? You can move and do anything you want.
Yeah. First of all, my wife's from here for the most part. Okay. So that, she didn't really want to leave. Yeah. She would have if we had to. Right. I never played again after the 1999 injury. And I met her the summer before 99. I got hurt in 99, and then we got married the next year. And I never played football again. Now, she would have, obviously, if I would have went somewhere else as a free agent or what have you, she'd have gone with me. But she didn't really want to leave. And I really did love it here. I love the beach. I love the people. I love the organization. The Weavers back then, they were the owners. I mean, Coach was here. I got into, right after I got hurt, I got into a little TV. My good friend Sammy Kavares, hey Sammy, one of my good friends. He literally, when I got hurt, he's like, what do you think about joining me on TV? I was like, man, I don't know anything about TV. He's like, well, you talk in front of the mirror, don't you? I'm like, yeah, all the time. He's like, it's the same thing. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And next thing you know, I'm doing all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, man, I love Jacksonville. To raise a family, I have 3 daughters. Yeah, I know. Married 25 years. There's no other place I'd rather be.
It's a big, small town,
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Major. I mean,
well, I've seen the transformation.
Yeah. You've seen it, right?
Growing up here, going to elementary school, middle school, high school here, and then going off to FSU for a couple of years, and then basically getting thrown in the construction business. Yeah. And worked on the Southern Bell Tower. It's now the TIFF building and worked on that. Had a lot of just experiences here locally, but just to see the growth, especially since the Jaguars came here, that was kind of transformational. That 95 year stuff really started. You started feeling the vibe.
I feel like, I'm biased, obviously, but I feel like Jacksonville, I joke about it, like Jacksonville's Green Bay without the championships yet. But it's the heartbeat of the city. Now, not everybody, I understand that, not everybody's like, I love the Jags, but the majority of the city is, and you can tell when the Jags are winning, our city's thriving. It's booming. I mean, people are happy, people are spending money. They're still doing that a little bit, but when they're not winning, everyone's like, oh, man, then you're questioning this, questioning that, get rid of the coach. It's just negative energy. It's all this, But when they win, holy cow, it's like somebody lit a fire and we're going to, explode into just excitement for the team. That's how important it is. And I tell you what, when we were playing, because Mr. Weaver, he in our contract, we had to do 3 charity things a year. In a calendar year, you had to, whatever, an appearance, whatever it was, he had to do something. He really cared about the community. He made us care about the community. And it just, it's just, and then we were winning, and then the fans, and then the people, and, we go out at the beach, people, it was great. It was just so fun. When you win, everybody wins.
Right.
Every fan wins, every business wins, every player. It
rises as a tide.
It does, man. That's what makes Jacksonville special.
It does make
I mean, look, I love Chicago. I grew up there. I love Boston. Went to school there. But they've got 5 or 6 professional teams. So if the Bears don't do well, we got the Blackhawks, or we got the Bulls, or we got the Cubs, or something. You know what I mean? Same for Boston. The Patriots, before Brady, they were terrible. Yeah, but we got the Celtics, we got the Bruins. You know what I mean? So that's what makes Jacksonville special to me.
It kind of unites you, and it's kind of funny how sports does that to people, but it's just the culture of America. Where
you know what, Chris? You know this from the military. It's the same. But more people should spend a time in a locker room, because guess what? It doesn't. The only thing that matters is, can you play? And what kind of person you are. Doesn't matter what you look like, where you come from, who you pray to, who you vote for. None of that matters. It just doesn't matter. We don't even think about it. It's just, can you play? You got to be able to play. And then what kind of person are you? If you're a good person and you can play, man, it's a great place to be. More people need to spend time in there.
It's funny. My wife's from San Diego. She always said, because we got married a long time ago, like Jacksonville is the little city that wants to be a big city, but it is becoming a big city. And I got a good friend of mine locally here, Randall Thomas, talks about the difference, what's the difference between Austin, Nashville, and Jacksonville. Well, what's common to them is all 3 have a river running through them, and they're tax-free states. So, I think we got some unrealized potential that we're going to meet, but you can see the growth downtown. It's, with the stadium rebuild and all the other things happening, that's pretty huge.
They're breaking ground today on like a $300 million thing off Julia Street. I saw that this morning on the news.
I went down to practice the other day, but they're making some great strides in the Four Seasons and the office building. I mean, it's coming together all pretty nicely. It's going to be, you mentioned the river, so I think that's a key component. And we got to have a river walk that's loaded with stuff. I mean, come on, man.
I remember when the old one was here.
It's huge, The old landing,
right.
The Hooters was great, let's be honest. The Hooters was the anchor. And they had a club there and whatnot, but it was a great Hooters. And coming from Chicago, this place is awesome. Eating wings, looking at hot chicks,
year around and
drinking beer. Like, come on, after practice, this is fantastic. But it was a good part of downtown. But that's no longer there. It's got to go down Bay Street. It's got to go all the way wrapping around, to where the Four Seasons. That whole stretch should just be loaded with restaurants and shops. I mean, every city that has water running through it has some kind of
you see that
boardwalk or river walk or something like that. We need
all that service industry between food and shopping draws people, because people want things to do and places to go and things to do. And it's funny, people ask me, because they see me brag about Jacksonville, why should I move there? I mean, there's so many reasons, tax-free, that matters. But I said it's one of these communities where you feel safe. You feel like it's big, but it's small. People get to know each other, and again, if you put yourself out there, you can definitely, feel like you're part of a
very community-oriented. I mean, you know the people in your community. It's just and you interact with them. You have relationships with them, not only business but personal, and it's just a friendly friendly town.
Yeah, everyone you know knows somebody you know in Jacksonville.
We always got this
You know what I mean?
connection, you know.
Which is cool. It's like 2 degrees separation instead of 6, you know, with that kind of close-knit community,
Yeah,
you know,
for
and it
sure.
is, the networking's great, the opportunities are here, the tech world, if you're into tech,
Oh my God.
why wouldn't you try to come to Jacksonville? We're booming in that area. I mean, so much land is still developed.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, look, I know this is preaching to the choir and ad nauseum, but they get downtown going, it's gonna be. We're gonna be complaining about the traffic.
Yeah.
We're like, there's too many people here. Why'd they come here? Well, because we built it to have people come here.
Exactly, and it's funny. I was talking to Greg Grant over the Jacksonville Small and Emerging Business. Well, he's part of the Equal Business and Opportunity Network over here, our program in the city of Jacksonville, and the ability for this to be a small business mecca. I mean, 25,000 small businesses in Duval County alone. But like I tell him, when I see Jacksonville, I look at the extension of the other 5 to 7 counties.
Oh, yeah.
Especially St.
Heck
John's.
St.
right?
John's, yeah.
For sure.
So the ability to
Nassau,
kind of
all of it, Clay.
to pull that, ecosystem of small businesses to feed upon each other to kind of rise, the rising tides lifts all ships analogy can definitely be powerful.
For sure,
So.
for sure. Jags win more success in small business. That's how
It's
it
a
goes
win.
around here.
Well, gentlemen, it's good to have you. Tom,
Yeah,
thanks for
man.
allowing me the opportunity
Yeah,
to
man,
come
great
behind
job.
the bar.
Yeah, absolutely.
On Sunny Side Up.
It's a fun place to be.
It's a
on
great
that
place
side
to
of
be.
the bar. Yeah.
Well, as you've always said, people have a story and you have something to say, so you ability to come and pull up to the bar, have fun, and talk about it. And one of my favorite subjects is the city of Jacksonville because I just see all the greatness that's happening here, and the fact that, as you mentioned, on the tech side, was working with some local companies. There's great opportunity. There's smart people coming here, and man, if you just want to put in the calories, whether that's working for somebody or creating your own business,
no doubt.
Jacksonville's the place to be.
Distribution, tech, construction. I mean, it's all over the place.
All here. Yeah.
Man.
All right, well, we're getting the hook. Gentlemen,
all right, buddy. Cheers.
Thanks for everything.
Sunny side up.
Sunny side up.
There you go.
It's a new show. Hey, folks, connect with Tom, Major, myself on LinkedIn. Love to hear your feedback, and we'll be back on Sunny Side Up next week to talk about the next hot topic. So make sure you leave comments and leave a comment in the comment section on what you want to hear us talk about. See you next segment. Live with gratitude.
Foodies Care is a nonprofit organization here started in Jacksonville, Florida. Our mission is to support other nonprofits realize and carry out their missions. We're trying to simplify that process to have a local body that's here on the ground that says, listen, we're going to work with you, we're going to partner with you, we're going to give you the resources that you need to be able to do the work that is needed in this community.